Goeiemôre Andy en Madi van Madi's Natural Products, ek is reg, nee.
Ja, is reg.
So dis my voorreg om vanoggend met julle twee te gesels, maar spesifiek nou maar meer met jou vanoggend Andy. En ek gaan nou al my Afrikaans opgebruik sodat ons lekker kan oorslaan met Engels. So Andy, baie welkom. Ons het vanoggend vir jou hier, ons luisteraars het nou al van die vorige geselsies jy weet nou kon luister, waar ons van die ander produkte bespreek, die yoghurt ensovoorts, maar vanoggend is jy hier om meer te gesels oor die Krag-Kos, is ek reg?
Ja, 100% reg.
So, Andy, will you tell us a bit more about, the Krag-Kos and how did you come about developing that?
Nee, dankie. Ek wil eers vir jou luisteraars net sê of vra om my te verskoon vir my swak Afrikaans. Ek is nie vlot, my vrou is Afrikaans, maar ek is nou Engels en ek is nie vlot, so verskoon my net so 'n bietjie.
Nee, daar's geen verskoning nie. Jou Engels, my Afrikaans, dit werk so. Ons is my Engels klink soos jou Afrikaans.
Nee, dit is 100%. Ek dink om 'n bietjie 'n background te gee vir die om jou te antwoord, is net om te kyk na ons huidige range, wat ons nou in die mark het. Op die een kant is daar Kifa. Nou, Kifa hy is primêre gefokus op maaggesondheid. So hy het baie probiotics daarin en hy is goed vir jou maag en so aan. Alhoewel hy is gemaak deur jou Jersey milk, so daar is nog steeds die calcium en so, maar die primêre fokus vir hom is op jou maaggesondheid. Op die ander kant van die spectrum is ons strained yogurts, en ons het twee van hulle, dit is nou ons Greek style double cream Jersey yogurt wat ons maak, en die ander is 'n skimmed milk Atlantic skier style strained yogurt wat ons maak.
Wow.
En daardie is so van 'n luxurious in jou mond vol. Hy is vol met sy calcium, hy is vol met sy proteïene en daardie tipe ding. En dit is op die ander kant van ons range. In die middel sit ons vrugte tipe van yogurts, wat nou ook so 'n decadent storie is met jou vrugte en so, met jou meer natuurlike blueberries en so.
Ja. Nou, hierdie is van die produkte, as ek het reg het, net. Hier is die double cream. Wat is dit?
Nee, hierdie is die Krag-Kos.
Is die Krag-Kos wat jy van gaan praat. Goed, so ons gaan vir ons luisteraar nou meer daarvan.
Ja.
So how did you come about?
Yeah, so worldwide, not just here in South Africa, worldwide there's a trend to a higher protein diet. As we were talking earlier, the carbohydrate diets of some years back is slowly being replaced by a more protein-rich diet. And that's primarily because research has shown that there's more, the benefits of it are that there's a more sustained release of the sugars into your bloodstream, so you don't get the sort of spiking that you might have with the carbohydrate type enriched diet. It's very helpful for muscle growth and also muscle repair. So if you're after an injury or you haven't been feeling all that grand or after a surgery or something, then it's really helpful to have a high protein load for repair. It also makes you feel full.
Ja.
So die ding van dit is dat jy pesel nie. Because I think pesel is the right word.
Yeah, pesel is exactly the right word. I'm very familiar with that word. Yeah.
Exactly. So the benefits of protein in your diet are becoming more and more widely accepted. Okay. And so manufacturers worldwide are striving to put more protein into their products, and we're not alone in that regard.
Yeah.
In the yogurt line of products, it's not as easy as just adding some protein.
Yeah.
It is quite a difficult thing to do, actually.
Yes.
And our products currently already have a large amount of protein because it's a strain type of product. So compared to a non-strained commercial product, we sometimes have double, maybe even triple the amount of protein per serving than the non-strained commercial yogurts.
Sure.
But nonetheless, there's still this demand for even more protein.
Right.
And so the Krag-Kos was our endeavor to try and fill that market and to give consumers something that was more intensely a protein-based product.
That's amazing. And anything else you want to add, maybe?
Maybe it would be useful just to say how we went about doing that. In the beginning, we went and researched the market overseas to see what they were doing and how they were achieving a higher protein. and there were multiple different sources. But importantly for us, it had to retain its taste for us. It had to retain its mouthfeel. Your mouth is in fact quite a sensitive area. Any grofheid, voel onmiddellik is not that you can get away. And it also needed to be financially viable.
Right.
And so we went primarily with a dairy-based whey protein route. And that was because we're already a dairy product, and so it was a more easier blend other than other protein sources. We went to the Netherlands, and that's because whey powder has two types. It has acidic powder, which comes off the manufacture of yogurt. So we ourselves make, in our product, our byproduct is acidic whey that we have. And then when you make cheese, you get a sweet whey, which comes off from the manufacture of cheese. Okay. And the people in the world that are the most famous for cheese are the people from the Netherlands. Right. And so we went to the Netherlands, and they have obviously a tremendous amount of sweet whey experience.
Yes.
And in recent years, membrane technology has allowed them to separate the protein out of that whey in a way that's, you can, excuse the pun, in the method that can be used in the manufacture of different foodstuffs. And it's important this because there's three different types of wheys. There's a whey concentrate, which is usually used in the manufacture or bulking up of maybe biscuits and things of manufacture of food, even in animal foods. And then there's a whey concentrate, so there's the dehydrate and there's the concentrate, which has a range of various concentrates of protein, and at the very top of it is an isolate. And of course the price range is exactly the same way. So for us it was important to get a balance between keeping our taste, keeping our mouth feel, but at the same time lifting the protein to a place that was high enough for our customers but still affordable.
Sure.
Because if you use the isolate, it costs a fortune, and it would just price us out of the market.
Yeah.
So it's a product, Corin, that's more to be a high protein product, but it probably wouldn't totally replace the gym guys that buy all of their products, but it'll certainly assist them if they're making smoothies and that sort of thing with reaching their protein goals.
But when you talk about this, because just this morning I was speaking to someone regarding my son's health, and he's doing sports and all that, and what can one help them, because you don't want to go the route of for a young man to pump him up with all sorts of different things, but you also want to be attentive to that, because they do need more than your average child. So this is a great way of actually for that market.
It very much
because it's healthy and it's good for you and it's actually assisting you.
Yes. And interesting you should say that, because some of the people that have been approaching us for this extra protein are the rugby players from schools.
Right.
And I know it sounds weird at schools, but that's the schools nowadays, the guys look like they're grown men at the age of 12. But nonetheless, because of injury repair and for a natural way of giving them more protein in their diets.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it, hearing this. It's sometimes you do stuff and just the divine appointments, in that. So I feel there's many listeners out there that will actually benefit from listening to this, because we all want answers. We just don't know what's out there. So this is actually amazing. So can you maybe explain to us a little bit how Krag-Kos is made then?
Yes, we take our double cream yogurt that we currently have. You'll see it in all the supermarkets and retailers, and we then blend in at a particular temperature our protein our whey powder protein into that mix. So the base is the exact same base as our Greek style strained yogurt.
Okay.
So it starts off like that, and then over a period of time we let that dissolve, if you like, into the base of the strained yogurt, and then straight after that has been dissolved into it, we chill it so that it keeps it in its format. It sort of solidifies itself inside there. Yeah. In English, there's a word called rheology, which is the separation of products at a molecular level, and so it's important for us to get it to blend that product in and stay in its in other words, not separate again later. And so that was part of our challenges in the beginning to do so.
Sure. It's very much a science, you know. We eat it with a nice bowl of berries and maybe nuts.
Yes.
But it's a process.
Yes, it is.
It's actually amazing and very interesting.
But I think for us, Corin, one of the things that have been interesting is it's now a product that's made here in Stilbaai from our Southern Cape Jersey cattle.
Sure.
But I think it's probably, as far as my knowledge is concerned, is the highest proteined strain yogurt available commercially when a retailer, in at least certainly in the Southern Cape.
Wow.
And in some cases will be 3, even 4 times higher than some of the non-strain commercial alternatives. So it's a really it's deeply protein infused now.
And I think we see that more and more, that people are willing to pay money for a good product. I think we all are at a point where we want to move away from, you know, the, what is it called now, the mass production and all that. Because I've actually, I can't remember, at some point I was on some sort of someone told me about this diet or something, and then when I actually read the back of the label of the low fat, what, there was more bad stuff in there.
Yes.
Then I just realized you have to source your stuff.
It's very interesting what you say, because all of our products are preservative free, and with that comes a tremendous amount of challenge in the pipeline, because we have, if you take the time that the milk is in the cow, the buttercup lady, by the time we've been able to harvest her milk from her, we've got it in a yogurt manufactured format in the retailer within about 3 to 4 days.
Sure.
But that is only possible when you are doing a delivery to reasonably close to your manufacture space.
Right.
And so commercially it's quite difficult. I do appreciate that whilst you're small and agile, it's a much more easier environment to do that in. But as you grow, it is more difficult, because it's the product, the supply chain is the logistics. The logistics. Thank you, a big word.
That's the only one in English I know.
The logistics become quite problematic, and the shelf time becomes another management issue. And so it's probably quite easy to make things in your kitchen, but to commercialize them is a completely different animal.
Different story.
Another story.
But you know, as your business grows, those things, the answers will also come, you know, if one needs to go that route.
We hope so.
But,
yes.
What a wonderful privilege to see, you know, when a business starts from here, going there and just reaching for the stars.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Thank you very much.
So Andy, maybe where can our customers get the product?
Karen, we are in all the major retailers in the Southern Cape area, so mainly in our super spas and OK Bazaars is here in our Stilbaai area, in the super spas of Riversdale, Heidelberg, Hartenbos, Mosselbaai, Outeniqua, Sedgefield, Knysna, and so on. So in that range, and I hope I haven't left anybody else specifically, and if I have, I apologise. But in all the main retailers of the town centres in the Southern Cape area, our furthest currently is Knysna, and that is primarily, although we've had quite a lot of demand from outside, we just can't get it there and hold it there without preservatives long enough yet. So our cold chain is not possible at this juncture. So that's as far as we're able to deliver our products to.
And I know it's a little fridge, not a little fridge, but it's a very, very sexy fridge, I must add, that I saw in Spa where they can find it. So you'll see the label and all that.
Yes, not every retailer has a fridge.
Sexy fridge.
Many retailers prefer that we use their own fridge. And it makes really no difference to us which one it is. It just so happened that space was a constraint in that particular store, so we made use of those. And thank you for the compliment.
Yeah, it's very.
But by and large, it's actually in the retailers' fridge themselves. So
So if there's anyone that wants to stock your product or whatever, will you give your details? So
certainly,
the
details are on the back of every product. Our products are barcoded, and on the back is our contact details and our company details, so they're welcome to and for your luisteraars, hulle
Ja.
enige vrae of enige ding wat hulle wil vra,
Ja.
asseblief ons e-pos. It's orders at Maddie's Natural Products, and they can gladly email through. And anybody that may be interested can also send to orders at maddiesnaturalproducts.co.za, and we'd welcome that interest.
Wow, that's amazing. So thank you for coming in,
Yeah.
Andy and Maddie. We appreciate you and we appreciate what you're doing. And
Thank
I'm
you.
really going to look into the product for my son. I
Great.
think it's an answer to prayer.
Thank you very much,
Thank you so
Corin.
much, Andy.
Take care. Cheers.
Radio Fynbos.